Hi guys, how are you today? I'm back. I'm just gonna do a super quick tutorial on how to add your head into Blender and how to put textures on it. I did notice in my first video a lot of people really struggled with the texture side of things, so I will go over that just as swiftly and as clearly as I can. So first things first, you want a new Blender project. I'm just going to delete everything that's inside of it because I don't need those. And then really what you want to do is think about what head you actually want to use on your model. There's a lot of paid heads, there's quite a few free heads now. So really it's just about looking into which one you might want to use. Today I'm going to use my paid head. It's by Nikki. I bought this a while ago. I was very pleased with it. It worked exactly how I wanted it to, and it's just very nice and easy to work with. So I'll link this in the description in case you wanted to have a look for yourself. But yeah, you can look at different heads and they will all work the same. I will also link this free head by Eliza. It's a free one, just so you can get used to the process. It's exactly the same process as what I'm going to be showing you today, just with a different head. Okay. So if you did want to purchase, make sure you just put the price of it here and add to cart. And then it'll give you a list of things just to fill those out, and then you'll have a download button or a view content button. So then when you click that, you can see here that I have a download button, the name of the head that you buy, and also what kind of file it is. So as you can see, mine's a raw file. So when I go to my downloads, you can see here it is. But when I'm in Blender, so if you go to import model, this will pop up. Go to the folder where you downloaded it. So mine's in my downloads folder. You can see that it's actually not here though. The reason that is because the folder that I've downloaded is a raw file. Now you can't import raw files into Blender because the files are within the folder and they need extracting from the folder to be able to import them. Now you can see my zip file here, but it is the same with zip files. You can't import zip files into Blender, you have to extract them. So to do that, you actually do need a extracting software. So WinRAR is a pretty popular one. I feel like a lot of people already know about WinRAR. So you can choose this one, or there is one called 7-zip which works perfectly fine. Either of those will do what you need it to do, so you can get into the contents of the folder you download. If you pick WinRAR, just pick this top one here, follow what it says and it will set it up for you. Same with 7-zip, just this top one here, follow the guide and it will set it up for you. And then once you've done that, you'll get the option to extract the files. So I'm going to do that now with my WinRAR, and it's just going to give me a new folder with the head. But as you can see, now I can access all of these different files that come with the folder. So then when you go back into Blender, I can still see that it's not here, but if you refresh, I now have a new folder that is the head that I purchased. So if you go inside there, you'll see that there's FBX files, which is what you need to import into Blender. Okay, so once I've done that, I import it. You can see it's working how it's supposed to. Yeah, perfect. So that's how you import your head into Blender. And the whole process of you might need to extract your files too. Sometimes the FBX isn't in a folder and it doesn't need extracting, but your textures might be as well, so I'll go over that now. First things first, there's different viewports that you can do in your 3D window. This one is a wireframe, so it shows you the topology of the mesh that you have currently. There's also solid mode, it just shows you the mesh as is, no shading or anything like that. Then you have a material preview, which actually shows you a material preview of the material that's already connected to the head. So thankfully this head already has a material that's already set up for us. So all you have to do is click onto the head, go to material properties here, and then as you can see, there is already material here. Obviously it looks a little bit scary right now and you're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with it? Why is it so scary? It's okay, it's an easy fix. Just go to your material properties, go to your material, make sure it's selected, scroll down until you find settings here, and then it's this little button that's causing the transparency issues for you guys. So if you untick it, it gets rid of it. What I normally do for my heads, I put them on hashed, both of these, and then it's fixed already for you. So yeah, that is how you fix the material. Now if you have a head and it doesn't have a material, so if it doesn't come with one, just create a new one, and then you want to do the same process. I'll just put this to hashed, but when you scroll down you'll see MMD texture. When you click add, you can actually you can see that my folder has textures in it. So if you click in here, and let's say you wanted to pick a different texture, you just click it and then it implies it for you. So yeah, that's how you import your texture into Blender. I'm just gonna get rid of the reflect on here so it looks flat. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see, it's a fairly simple process. It just takes a couple of times to get used to it. With your textures as well, if they're in a zip file, you just gotta, right click and extract as well, and then you can easily add them into the MMD texture. Now, it's the same process with this, with obviously free heads as well. It's just the same process with basically any mesh on how to add them. Just make sure you guys are extracting the folders, because I noticed that was one of the biggest issues that people were having when I did my other video. Another sort of issue that you might want to be aware of is that the texture you use should fit the head that you have. Usually when you're buying textures separate, or you're getting like free textures separate, they have to match the head that you have, because if you don't, you will end up with sort of a mismatched UV issue. So here you can see my UV fits perfectly with this texture, whereas if you had a different head, let's say the head was down here and the details were down here and this was the UV instead, you would then see that the texture doesn't work with the head. So if you do buy textures separately, just make sure you check what head they were made for. They should say in the description, and make sure it's a head you've got or a head that you're planning on buying if you don't already have it. They are literally the only issues I can think of that you would have. I will link everything that I showed today in the description, like the WinRAR and 7-zip. I'll link Nikki's head, and I'll also link Eliza's free head as well, just in case people haven't got the money to invest in a head yet. So yeah, that is pretty much it from me today. I just wanted to do a super quick one for you guys. Also, if you guys are interested, I might start doing more mini tutorials just to help. Also, I was thinking maybe I might start streaming some of my processes on Twitch. If you are interested in that, please do let me know, because I'm really undecided of whether I'm going to do that yet. I'll link my Twitch too, and I guess I will only do it if people are interested. But yeah, that's it from me today. I feel like I've bored you guys enough, but thank you for checking the video, and I really do hope it's helped people who were struggling with the textures and stuff. So I will catch you guys next time. Have a lovely day. Bye.